This is not your everyday delivery. Today I've got a twin-turbo Lamborghini Gallardo arriving at the workshop. Over 1,000 horsepower of pure chaos, and it's here for one reason, and one reason only, and that's to build a full custom exhaust system. Just listen to that. We haven't even started yet and it sounds amazing. But before we get stuck into the fabrication, I wanted the owners to tell us a little bit more about this insane build. So welcome back to the garage, everyone. Today is a different type of video, a bit of a collaboration with DJ himself. I'm sure a few of you know him off of my followers. We've kind of got a similar niche following. We're in today with something that I've never done before. It's, well, I'm going to let DJ tell you all about it, but as you can see, it's a twin-turbo Lamborghini Gallardo. So my job is, I'm on a very, very tight deadline to get this ready for Gravity show at weekend. We are doing a 4-inch exhaust on it. So I'll let you take over and I'll let you tell everyone about this car.
Basically, it's a 2011 V10 Gallardo, Series 2, the facelift Gallardo. Originally 560 horsepower. It was a very stock, original one-owner car, HPI clear car. Probably not the car to do it to, but previously I've had a few twin-turbo R8s, and this was the plan with this car always. So yeah, we are at the man himself. I've done all the fab work myself for fitting the turbos and making everything work, but the finishing touches is over to Nathan.
So are you considered a criminal in the Lamborghini community for doing this to this car?
Frowned upon. Frowned upon, yeah, definitely.
So only answer if you want, how much is this car worth?
Stock form?
Yeah.
£80,000.
And have you devalued it at this? Is that questionable answer?
To some would say yes. I mean, the R8, that actually went up. I got £30,000 overbooked for that.
Yeah.
So this, I don't know, we'll see, future.
You're now appealing to a niche market, aren't you? This is no good to a collector now. You're appealing to someone who wants to go fast.
Yeah, but if you want a Lamborghini, do you use it to go shop and back? You use it to go fast. So.
You do? You use it to go shop and back?
Yeah.
So that is one of my next questions. What is this? What are you going to do with this after? Are you dailying it? Are we tracking it? What are you doing with it?
I'm going to go shop and back in it. I use it every day. I use it to go to work and back in. My missus runs round in it. Just an everyday communal car, really.
Missus runs round in it. So power goals, what are we aiming for? What is this car going to make realistically on this setup?
They make phenomenal numbers on a standard unopened engine. I think the highest one that someone's pushed one to was 1,600 wheel horsepower.
Wheel horsepower? Yeah. Just put that into perspective, wheel horsepower.
It didn't last, but it made it. But there is many cars out there running 1,200 wheel horsepower unopened motor.
Crazy.
This car, I'm not, like I say, I use it every day. I don't want it to be undrivable. I don't want to be running it on meth. I want it straight on pump fuel. No. It's going to run, it'll be about 950 horse at flywheel.
So it's going to get down the road, innit? And gearbox-wise, stock gearbox at that
Stock
as well?
box, yeah.
Stock clutches, everything?
They take it, yeah. Clutches are all right for up until you're about 1,000 horsepower.
That's crazy, isn't it? That is wild how that is. I mean, considering Lamborghinis are not renowned for being brilliant, the engine itself is actually all right.
Yeah, it's Audi engine.
Yeah.
So it's...
And turbo-wise, what turbos are running on this?
They are Pulsar 3582s.
Ball bearing turbos?
Yeah.
We like ball bearing Pulsar turbos. Got one on my Volvo, they're absolutely savage, aren't they?
Before I run Pulsars, I always run Garrett or Bog Warner, and then someone introduced me to them. I was like, I've never even heard of it. Where's it from? But now they've took over. Yeah,
they have took over. I was saying when I did my Volvo build, everyone was saying, oh, you're cheap, why don't you get a Garrett? But Pulsar turbos are rapid. They spool like that, don't they? They're so quick. And they're a lot cheaper than Garrett, that's no secret. So let's have a chat about what we're doing then. We've already had a chat, but let's tell the viewers what the plan is today, what we're going to do with it.
I was in mixed. I didn't know which way to go, if to come out the grille or out the bumper. I am going to run this car bumperless, but future, will I ever want to put the bumper back on? When I built the R8, that was bumperless, and the exhaust system I made myself, you couldn't put a bumper on.
Yeah.
So with this, what you're going to do, not me, my plan is, 4-inch full system into a cross pipe. I hate seeing exhaust systems with any straights.
Yeah.
So a lot of twin turbo R8s and Lamborghinis, they run 1.5 foot of straight with a 90 on the
I'll
end.
put a picture on screen to show you what he means. Like, so he don't want it to come out at X and then just be one big straight into a 90-degree bend, because that doesn't look appealing on eye when you're running it bumperless. So we're going to try and avoid that. I'll be honest, I don't think we'd be able to anyway. Let me just show you how big 4 inches for perspective. These are 4-inch bends.
But I didn't expect them to be that big.
4-inch bends are ginormous. As I've said, I get people messaging me all the time. I've got a Fiesta ST or a Golf GTI and I want a 4-inch exhaust, and I think, you don't. Come down and look at the size of a 4-inch bend. You could put your arms through them. They're ginormous. So yeah, it looks like there's a lot of space down here at back at minute. Once that bumper's on, there's not a great deal of space. It disappears quick. And then as soon as I start offering big 4-inch bends up, as you can see, pretty much all space is gone immediately, and we haven't even got anything in there at all yet. So space is going to be very, very tight. I haven't got a plan as such. I've got a base picture in my head of what I want to work towards, or somewhat close, but I am genuinely winging this. We're just going to build the X-pipe first. That's the first piece of the puzzle. And then we're just going to make it fit how it fits, really. We haven't got a lot of head space, so we can't come up much because you've got all this lot up here. Obviously, we've got gearbox here. We can't come out. We are very, very limited on space. And then also, bonus, we've got to get the external wastegates into downpipe. So once this is all in here, it's going to look full. There's not going to be any big gaps or anything. So even if we do have to put a little bit of straight in there, it's not going to look like just a curl to a straight down.
In my defence, the last car I had run a 3-inch system. There were loads of room around it, so I thought, yeah, only another inch. But that is...
Ginormous.
When you walked in the garage with them, I thought, oof, we've gone a bit overkill there, but...
We have gone overkill. 3-inch probably would have been fine, but as he's running this bumperless, it needs to look like
I want it to be full,
Yeah.
like everything's on show.
Yeah.
If you walk past the car, you go, look at exhaust system on
That's
that.
what we want. We want to get rid of all this big gap, because let's be honest, it's a beautiful car, but when you're looking at the back of it open, it's ugly, isn't it?
Yeah.
All you've got is box section, and it's not very nice to look at. So we're going to try and fill all these gaps in with exhaust, take your eyes away from the horribleness, really. I mean, same with gearbox, it's not very eye appealing. Obviously,
Yeah,
I can't cover that, but we're hoping the exhaust is going to look so nice, it's going to take your eye off it a bit.
My plan is, I think I'm going to make a bracket and hang the rear number plate on that. You know, to cover it.
Yeah, that'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone, won't it? So there we go. There is the plan with this build. Yeah, we're just going to see what happens, I'll be honest.
And we're on a tight frame.
We're on a very, very tight frame. Today is Tuesday morning. This car has got to be done out of here by Thursday, because it's got to be at Gravity by Friday. So we're on a very tight schedule. So me and Connor are going to be flat out on this for the next couple of days. There's going to be no breaks on any other jobs. We're going to be solely on this. And just, yeah, we've got to make it happen. We're on a tight schedule. So this has got to be done by Thursday, no matter if I'm here till 10 o'clock at night. And it will be done. I've made a promise. It will be done by Thursday.
That's what we like.
One way or other, it will be done. Even if I have to put late nights in, it will be done. So yeah, hopefully you're going to enjoy this one. If you want to check out the actual build of it, then I'll link in DJ's YouTube and his Instagram. He's obviously covering a lot of the other stuff, like the charge coolers and what's actually needed to turbo this car, because you can't just bolt the turbos on and you're away. It's not quite that simple. There is other things, so I'll link his YouTube and Instagram if you're interested in that. Follow that. This video today is going to be purely exhaust fabrication. And I think I'm going to do it in a 2-part series on this video. So at the moment, it's not mapped.
Nope.
So we can't send it, which is what my channel's all about. We know we build these exhausts. At the end of it, we like to see the results. We like to see what it sounds like, what it goes like. So I'm hoping DJ's going to fetch it back.
Plan. Get it to Gravity. As soon as it's back from Gravity, week after, it's on dyno, it will be tuned, then we'll come back up and yeah.
Do you think it'll do skids?
Yeah, why not?
Look at the size of back
It did it
tyres.
naturally aspirated. Like I said, I do drive this car like I've stole it, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's
He's no stranger to a big build. I've been following his Instagram for a while. It is nice to finally be involved with one. Hopefully not the last one, hopefully one of many. We'll make sure we make a good job of this. And we'll get DJ's reaction when he comes back to see it all done and dusted, and see if we've done it proud, see if we've done what he wanted. Sure. Yeah, no sneak peeks. So I'll post the car on my Instagram, but I won't get any.
I'll be
It'll be refreshing.
Sit online thinking, oh, I want to see the progression photo, but yeah.
So just before we get him on his way and we get cracking, the bumper has got 2 exhaust cutouts. It used to have quad 4-inch pipes. At the moment, it's just a bit up in air, and we're not actually sure what we're doing yet. We're going to poke pipes out. We're going to see how they look. We might taper them off. We might do a bit of changes. Whatever it finishes like in this video, we might end up altering it a bit in future if it looks a bit gash.
I'm going to leave it to you.
I'm just going to get it out of that bumper for now. And if we look at it and think, oh, it doesn't look that great, after Gravity, we'll see what we can do to tidy it up a bit. We've spoke about trying to oval tube a little bit. The issue with that is So even though that is 4-inch, it used to have quad 4-inch, so it used to have 4 tips. But when we're at your shop and I had a look at it, they don't look 4-inch, do they?
No, I think because
it's very deceiving, isn't it? When you look inside, it's very deceiving. So it used to have 2 of them sat side by side. So I don't know. I'm going to get most of it done. I'm going to see what bends materials I've got. We're going to see. We'll see what we come up with. Probably asking you a few questions along the way if I want to make some changes, make sure you're happy with it. But
literally, I'll leave it with you. If you say it looks straight, then it's. I've seen the previous work. Leave it in his hands.
Let's make it happen then, boys. Let's make it happen. Let's get cracking. So with that, we better get cracking. DJ's now off on his way home, or to workshop. We better get started on this. So the very, very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the X-pipe. That's going to be the very first part of this build. That's going to be the first thing what we need to get in this gap. We're going to get that in there. Somehow, some way, it's going to be very, very tight. We're going to get that in there, and then we're just going to work from the rest, see what we can get done. Now, at the moment, I've got no idea. I'm going to have 5 minutes and a minute off of camera, decide how I'm going to roughly want this to work. I might end up putting X-pipes at a bit of an angle like that to make it a bit easier for me. Unsure at minute. Give me 5 minutes. And let's just see how we get on. So first thing I've done is I've made 2 reducers from the 3-inch V-band straight up to 4-inch. Now a customer wanted them very tight, he didn't want to see a cone, he wanted them tight up to V-band, and in all honesty we've got to do that just to save as much space as possible. I have cut 2 leg lengths off of the 4-inch bends. What I mean by leg length is they used to have 2-inch here, 2-inch there, chop them off. You can see here I've also cut the side out of one. Now I've not cut it parallel, I don't know if that comes across on camera. What I mean by parallel is I haven't cut it straight into the bend, I've done that on purpose. So this is going to form the X. You see I've roughly drawn a line on there. Thought I'd just show you guys some insight. The reason I've not done them straight is because it's going to make it difficult to get in and out. I've just put ever so slightest little bit of offset on it, and I'm thinking it might just help me get that out of there where I need to go. Because as you can see, no matter where I offer this up, there ain't much space to get out past this gearbox. So let me just show you my plan, and if it comes together, you'll see that I meant to do it and it weren't just a fluke. So my plan is, let me take that one out, wait a minute so I can hold it and talk to you. Plan is that's going to sit down there in the middle, pretty much in line with that middle bolt. I'm hoping to come out of there, down into that. Then I'm hoping to come off of that, loop down and round the front of that pipe, come down here, round and out to tailpipes. That's my plan. My only worry is the bumper. The bumper, I know the bumper sits close here. So I'm kind of have to make this X probably off at bumper up and just have a look if I'm actually even plausible, if it's going to work, because bumper sits, I know it sits here, I know it sits up close to the back of this. But we might be able to get round back of this grill and curl back in. That's the plan. Is it going to work? I don't know. If I think that option's not going to work, then we might have to simplify things a little bit. I'm just trying to make it look fancy, really. I could do it simpler, definitely. I would have made these sort of sit like a lot more offset like that, and then I'd just come straight out of there and I'd come straight out and down. But obviously, as you heard him say himself, he don't want long straight pieces. So if we did that, we'd end up with long straight pieces here, which is what he don't want. So we're trying to avoid that. I'm trying to curl it round, make it look a bit fancy, but I am not a miracle worker. I will just have to see what we can do. So yeah, that's plan 1. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, we're back to the drawing board. So there's my plan. Let's see if this works out. The first thing we need to do, we need to cut the second bend for the X-pipe. What I'm doing here, I'm just going to simply cut it out with a grinder, and then I'm going to flat it off on the linisher when I've got it something like. With that made and welded up, looking pretty sweet, let's start moving on to the next part. We're going to need some more bends. And as you can see here, I've got both of the legs off of the turbo into the X-pipe, or pretty damn close. You'll see I've had to alter the X-pipe angle a little bit. I wanted it a little bit more on show, but you'll see it's still going to look sick in the next part. Now, next step, we do need to get these welded up. This is going to be a very important step. Stainless does like to pull a little bit, and as we are working from a V-band to a V-band, it's going to be in my best interest to weld these up now, make sure my fitment's alright. It's no good welding it all later on in the day when everything's mocked together to find out it pulls and the V-bands no longer fit together. So let's weld them up now, save any issues down the line. So there you can see, now I've got all that welded up. We're really happy with how it looks. I would have liked this at a bit of a more upward angle. The issue with that, in 4-inch, I just couldn't get the bends a tight enough radius to get this X-pipe a little bit more on show. It is what it is. As I say, I'm not a miracle worker. I can only do what I can do. But yeah, that's the best I can do. So it's still gonna look sick. Let me give you my idea of what the next thing's gonna be now. So the next part, we're gonna loop off of that and we're gonna come down. I have had a quick check with bumper already. We have got space. It's also gonna work out sick because the grill is like a ginormous mesh thing and you can see straight through it. So we're gonna put my brand tag there once it's done and it's gonna look absolutely fire fruit grill. I mean, he did say he's gonna run it bumperless anyway, so we need to make this look sick. So weird that I said he don't want straights. Now I need to decide how I'm gonna go from here further on. I'm sort of gonna loop round, I'm gonna try and curl it round. And I think I'm gonna attempt to do quad tips, like the originals, at the originals. Now we did speak with DJ and he did say about just putting a one single tube out of there. Probably will look all right, in all honesty. It will kind of pique your interest, like, that exhaust looks a bit weird. Is that a turbo setup? Well, it's obvious because you're gonna see it through here, but because you can see turbos, you're gonna see all this fruit grill. But I think I'm gonna have an attempt at doing a quad exit. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to try and merge 2 nights together to make the quads, and then I've got something to point for, if that makes sense. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then this next bit, I'm gonna try and avoid straights. I'm gonna try and curl it round. It's unnecessary, we don't need to. I'm just gonna try and curl it round, make it look a little bit fancier for when the bumper's off, really. Just try and make it look nice like he asked me to. Also, don't forget that the merch is in stock now. You asked and we delivered. We've got hoodies, we've got shirts, I've got black caps, I've got red caps, I've got blue caps, and I've got beanies. They're all in stock at the garage. I've got small to double XL. If you do want any and you come into the garage for an exhaust system, by all means, you can get them on the day. If not, I will link the merch site below in the description. I'm happy to send them to you, no problem. You will have to order them through 4th Wall. They're a touch cheaper in the garage. They're a touch cheaper in the garage just because obviously I have to pay a little bit of a fee to 4th Wall for doing it through their website. But yeah, if you do want merch, it's all available. Link below, or come and get it in the garage when you're here. Let's get this. Let's decide how we're going to do this, and let's keep going. So here, let me try and explain to you what I need to do. I need to make 2 tips. I need a single entry out to quad tips. So I kind of need to modify 2 tips like that to merge into one. Definitely not going to be easy, I can assure you of that. How this is going to go, you know me, folks. If you're a regular watcher of my channel, I'm not sure. We're just going to wing it. We're going to see what happens, see if I can get it something like. No idea. Let's have a go. Let's see what we come up with. So there we go. Beautiful demonstration by myself, if I don't say so. This is the shape I need to do. I need to merge 2 bends into one in a single entry, so it's not an easy transition. Time is not on my side. I haven't got room to cock up loads of materials, so I guess let's just see how this goes. We'll start by cutting it out roughly with a grinder, and then once I've cut it out, I'll get it on the linisher and I'll try and form the shape bit by bit until I get it right. This may well be a fail. Let's find out. And sadly, unfortunately for me, on this occasion, it wasn't a success. As I say, it's not an easy transition. I've done it before, I've pulled it off before. On this occasion, I cocked it right up. Now, I haven't got enough materials to have another go, so we're back to the basics. We're going to a single exit as we originally planned. Now I know DJ said he didn't want any straights, and yep, that right there is a little bit of straight. Sadly, I can't avoid having no straight whatsoever. We are going to have a little bit, but it's still going to look sick. Stick with me, folks. Can't tell you how sick that is going to look through the bumper grill. Everything nicely on show. So far, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. Let's get that tacked on. Let's move on. That's looking absolutely sick. He's going to be very happy with that. I know he is. We've got some straights here. We've had to obviously have some straights in it, but it doesn't look like the picture we showed here, which is just like horrible long straights. It looks like it curls. It looks like it flows. That side's done. Fits with bumper. We're happy with it. Now I've got it all to do again on the other side. In case you're wondering how I'm going to get this all symmetrical and get it all level with each other, well, welcome to my little friend. This is a plumber's laser and it works wonders on a job like this. I'm not going to bore you to tears with the making of this side since I've just showed you that side, so I'm going to quickly get this raz together and then we better start welding it. And that's all welded up. That leaves us with one thing left to do. And that one thing that this leaves me to do is I've now got to do the wastegates. Now you can't see them on the video, but they're tucked right up under here. My plan is I want to try and close a little bit of this space, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it exactly how I want to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off the sides of these. We need to merge them in at a bit of an angle. So what you don't want is you don't want a 90-degree angle. It won't really matter on this because you've got twin gates, but you don't want your tube to come down and be a 90-degree angle. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and merge it on there at a little bit of an angle. And I'm just going to try and get the bellows and the pipes a little bit on show here, just so it fills this big open space up a little bit. Because as we said earlier in the video, DJ didn't want straights. I've kind of took a risk. I've done straights. Main reason being, one thing I didn't show you on camera, I'm going to let you into a little secret. I did try it closer up to turbos here, so that would have meant less straight here, and I tried to tuck it down and come down into tip at an angle. The problem with that is that, yeah, the exhaust looked good, but it just left everything open at the bottom. It left everything, so what he said he wanted to do is he wanted to fill all the space. Problem is with doing that, didn't really fill the space, it kind of left all this open at the bottom. So I took a risk, I've added some straight in there, and I've curled it round like that, and I've tried to fill in a little bit of this space down at these bottom bits so it doesn't look too much of an eyesore as such. So that's the plan with that. Hopefully it pays off, hopefully he likes it. Let's get these wastegates done. Then we've got a few final touches to do. I think I'm going to put some black tips on these. I need to put my brand tag on there. Now we're just putting the salt bay on. We're just putting the finishing touches on it now. The main part's done. Let's get these wastegates done first, and then we'll put the finishing touches on it, the tips and the tag. So here's one of the wastegate tubes that I've just made as a trial run, just to make sure what I think is going to happen is going to happen. Let me just demonstrate what I mean about not putting it in a 90-degree bend. Imagine that is that bottom bend there. This is the wastegate tube. What we don't want to do is we don't want to just like cope it onto that at 90 degrees, because that would be really easy. It'll take me 10 minutes. That's not really good for flow. So what we've done is, you see, I've not even cleaned it yet. All the pipe's rough as anything at the moment. I've not even deburred it. It's straight off the grinder and off the linisher and everything. You see, you've got a big burr inside. We'll tidy that up in a sec, make it look pretty. If I try to drop it on floor. Here's what I'm thinking. Now, can you see? I'll just try and get you into a better angle. It's difficult to hold. Can you see that that's now not a 90-degree angle? It's going with the direction of the exhaust flow, if you can see it. It's sort of merging in at the direction of the exhaust flow. If the exhaust flow is going to actually want to suck, it's going to create a vortex, it's going to want to suck that gas out of that wastegate. It's going to aid massively with flow. Yeah, it's very hard for me to show it you. It's awkward to hold. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to do. That's going to branch on down here like that. And it does actually point pretty much straight at the wastegate. Issue is going to be symmetry, trying to get it symmetrical. We've got an oil line way on this side. Realistically, that oil line could do with changing. I'm going to mention it to him when he collects it. That could do with being a 90-degree bend rather than a 45-degree bend. It's not ideal as it is. We'll mention it to him and he might be able to sort it in later. But yes, this issue is going to be symmetry, because I obviously need to get past that oil line on this side. But we'll see how we get on. I'm going to get this one cleaned up. I'll show you a little bit on this side. I don't know. Let's just see how we get on. So as I'm fast running out of time, we need to get this together fairly quickly. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the leg length off in the bandsaw. That's going to leave us with a 90-degree bend with no big leg length sticking up. Then I'm just going to basically cut it with the grinder to a rough sort of shape. This is going to be very rough. It's not going to line up anything like, but it'll give me the angle that I need. Then I'm going to put the cope on there using the linisher wheel. If you look at my linisher, you'll see that I've got a wheel on the end of it which is round. It actually is pretty much close to the same size as a 4-inch bend, which works really, really nice for this job. Now, I'll not get it right first go, but a few little adjustments here and there, and you'll see this is what it'll look like when it's done. So all done then? Not quite. Now we need to cut some holes in my work of art. Reason we need to cut holes in it, so the gas can actually escape into the exhaust system. Well, it's probably like what, mid-afternoon-ish now, mid to late afternoon. I've been on this all day as well as last couple of days. Who wants to see the final finale? Well, let me show you what I finished up on. I don't know about you lot, but I'm really, really happy with that. I know we've deviated off of what DJ said a bit. He said he didn't want any straights, but we've had to have it. I'm pretty sure he's going to be pissing down one leg when he comes and sees that. So there's only one last thing to do now. We better give him a ring. Let's get him here. I'll chuck bumper on, get a wipe down. Let's get his reaction when he shows up. Because it is up ramp first, and then
I've been anxious all the way here.
We'll have a look behind. But I hope you like them tips. They're a bit of a, took a risk. Took a bit of a risk with them.
To fill it up, yeah, they look well, don't they?
And they just look weird being raw park, so I've gone a bit risk, do some slash cut with black, and I just thought, kind of gives you both options, doesn't it? A bit stealthy when cars with bumpers on. So hopefully you like them, a bit of a risk. Looks naughty through that grill, or it will do when it went grilled on.
Yeah. I'm not going to run it with a bumper, I don't think.
So before we take bumper off, got a bit of a confession. We have had to have a bitter straight. Just a bit, we've had to have a bitter straight because it just weren't possible to get it all behind bumper. We are a bit. So we have got a bitter straight, but it is only a bit. So let's pull the bumper off and let's have a look.
Can't see it yet. Okay, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that, Mars.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a big smile like that.
That is awesome. That's made car, isn't it?
That's awesome.
Hey, I'm happy.
You happy?
Yeah.
Good, I'm happy.
That's... You'll walk around car and think, yeah, Lamborghini there, and then you'll stand it back and go...
It's just that big, you're just going to be like... it just blows your head off, doesn't it? It's that big and it's in your face. So, as I said, we have had to have a bit of straight. I did mock it up in a few different variations.
Do you know what? I've said I'm not going to mention what car it is, but I said to him on the way here, if I'm impressed, I'm bringing other cars straight here.
Is it then?
I'm not going to mention what car it is, but it's naturally aspirated V12.
I know what car it is, I'm not going to mention it.
We all know.
It's an expensive one, I'll be honest, I'm nervous about it being here. But yeah, so I did come a bit tighter up here originally, and I did try and come down to tips. Problem with that is, yeah, you're less straight, but it left all this exposed at bottom. No, you just got a lot of exposed box section at bottom, so we didn't really fill gap as much. So I thought, I know we didn't want straight. I thought we're gonna have to have a bit of straight here.
Lay down a bit more. I want to see a bit more.
Look at that smile. Now I'm buzzing. I've been worried, thinking, oh, it does look a bit straight.
Look at that. That's them. You know them photo cars that you see online, and you think, oh, that's that, innit?
When you Google it to try and find a picture.
Yeah, and you find a perfect photo, don't you?
It's about killed me to get it done. But
we've all been arguing all day whether it has tips on it or not.
It was a last minute
when it was like that, it was mint way out, but when
Yeah.
The tips was a last minute addition. I literally put them on last minute, and I thought, you know, I think I was risking it because I thought, I don't even know if he likes black tips. I haven't seen any black tips on any of his cars, but I thought...
I've just been saying to him on Weir that it'll be more than I expect, but it's proper, isn't it? What do you think?
I was hanging on wall with Banshees, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's literally, that's the draw to on this car, that.
You're going to walk around that and that just hits your face.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you like the black tips?
Yeah,
do you think
yeah.
They do a job, they break it up a bit, don't they? And it looked unfinished without tips on it. That was the problem. It looked unfinished. It looked like I'd forgot something.
When bumper were off, it didn't look that bad without him, did it? But when bumper were off...
Yeah, it looked unfinished.
I'm impressed.
Proper that, innit? Proper. Yeah. Absolutely done my head in because nothing's symmetrical on a Lamborghini, is it?
Have you? No. Like, no one even realises what engines aren't even in the middle of the car.
Oh, it's drove me up wall because no, it's symmetrical on it. turbos are not symmetrical, the engine doesn't sit symmetrical.
No.
It's absolutely blown my head trying to get it all together. Blown my head. Obviously you'll see on my video how I've done it, I've had like a laser leveler on it to make sure I've got everything in right spots, but it's been a pain, but we got it there. She's gravity ready.
Because it's not symmetrical, you can't just cut everything in twos.
Yeah, all I just told think, yeah, it looks about right there.
Yeah.
We ain't got laser levels, have we, Bob?
It's not symmetrical, I'll be honest, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
symmetrical.
cool.
The exhaust isn't perfectly symmetrical, but to look at it by eye, no
Yeah.
average Joe's going to notice. It's
Yeah,
damn
serious
close.
that is.
It's damn close.
Very serious.
It's damn
See,
close.
I thought they were going to come out and that cross were going to be at this angle.
Yeah, so
In my head.
That's what I wanted. Originally, I wanted this to be more upright, like the picture what we looked at to start with. Just couldn't get it.
See, I thought it were going to face down. I didn't expect anything really. I didn't know how it was going to be, but I was just picturing it in my head.
All how I pictured it is how that picture what we looked at. I wanted that stood up, and I wanted to come around and loop off, but I've not got much headspace because of that bar. We can't go back because of wastegate, so I literally. That is only the only way that would fit in there with bumper still go on, and it's still tight. That bumper's going to get a roasting. It's still tight in it, but it goes
I'm not
on.
going to run it with one.
Nah, I said that too.
I'm going to paint back at gearbox up pretty. Hank number plate there. I'm not going to run it with a bumper.
I said that bumper will never go on. I said this will be sliding around Mansfield at back end off, so they're never be seen with bumper on ever. If you're happy with it, I'm happy with it.
I'm happy. I couldn't be happier.
There we go then.
That's it.
Don't get better than that, does it?
no.
It does not get better than that. If you couldn't be happier, it does
Do
not
you
get
know
better
as soon
than
as that lands on social media, that's when, because everybody's been messaging me for the last 2 years, oh, you got any updates, you got any updates? No,
Well,
I literally don't know myself.
I've not posted any because I want to keep it a secret so you've seen it, but yeah. So there we go everybody, everyone who's watching, this car will be at Gravity this weekend. If you do see it, by all means tag me in it, tag DJ in it. If you see me walking around, see DJ and his boys pop in, say hello. This car will be at Gravity at the weekend, I'm sure you'll see it. We need a start.
Have you not run it?
Not run it.
No, not run
That
it.
car's not moved, it's not been off that ramp since you dropped it off. I don't know what key is down if you left it.
Keys in it.
Keys in it,
yeah.
And on the art, I have not fired it up.
No, bolts are in my pocket, I took them on with me.
We've been looking for them.
that night I emptied all my pockets on the side when I
Don't
got
need to
home.
fire it up so you can
Yeah, go on, you fire it up.
That hold brake and then pull both gear shifts. There you go.
We're ready.
I'm ready. Don't. Neighbours are going to love that, aren't they?
Jesus, that's better.
Neighbours are going to love that.
I love it. That's better. It's there for be able to hear your last coming from Nottingham with it that loud. Hitting out. You hear turbos from exhaust now, I can hear them then, whistling. Give it boss.
Let it warm up a little bit, don't rev it too hard. You know him, he gets in everything, freezing cold. 8,000 RPM, he's like, why is it broke? That's what he does.
We'll let it have a little warm up a minute and then we'll get a little rev.
Yeah, it's sick, innit?
Nearly blew my trousers off.
Just blip it to 4. Yeah, sick that, mate.
That's the best sounding car I've ever had in here.
Hold up, bars. Just blip it to 4. Yeah, you'll do. It's not warm, is it? Let it run.
Hands down best sound I've ever had in here, that innit? Jesus, he sounds wicked.
Wait until you hear that V12. Sounds like a helicopter, that does.
Well, there we go, folks. DJ's absolutely wet through with it. That's music to my ears. He's happy with it. I'm happy with it. That's off on its way home now. We'll see you at Gravity.